Cowboys Mike McCarthy shuts down question about Trey Lance as starting QB. The Dallas Cowboys season is in jeopardy after the Philadelphia Eagles defeated them in Week 10, 34-6, while they continue to grapple with Dak Prescott's season-ending surgery to repair his partially torn tendon. Against the Eagles, the Cowboys starting play caller, Cooper Rush, went 13 for 23 for 45 yards before head coach Mike McCarthy replaced him with Trey Lance, who completed 4 of 6 passes for 21 yards and 1 interception. Still, McCarthy insisted on keeping Lance in his back pocket as they trailed 3-6. 14,400 people did he sells his 2 luxury mansions amid controversy. "We're not there yet," the coach said, according to Cowboys writer Clarence Hill Jr. on X, formerly Twitter. "I mean, we had a package for him. We wanted to get him into the game flow. That was the thought process behind it." Week 10. Eagles defeat Cowboys. Similarly, Mike McCarthy had more to say about not starting Trey Lance despite the Cowboys' blowout loss to the Eagles in Week 10. "I just believe in reps," he added. "I mean, that third down segment there, not that he couldn't execute the plays." Then McCarthy continued, "I just didn't want to put him in there on something he hadn't had many reps with. I put Cooper back for that play for third down. We had the turnover there. That's something I'll obviously discuss tomorrow." It's clear the Cowboys didn't want the season to go down this way after signing Prescott to a historic $240 million extension in the offseason. After Prescott went down, the team named Cooper Rush as the new starting quarterback, a move that was expected given his 5-2 record as Prescott's backup. Both losses were also to the Eagles. Although fans view Trey Lance as a bust, he is still only 24 years old and can also serve as a backup quarterback. Similarly, if he performs well, he could also fetch decent returns in 2026. However, Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones didn't seem in a hurry to commit to any long-term changes either. "We'll have to play better than we're playing now." "No, I don't know if there are answers outside the organization at quarterback," Jones said, according to ESPN's Todd Archer. "But we'll have to play better in all positions than we played tonight." Meanwhile, Lance believes he can contribute to the team immediately, although the season may already be over. "I feel like I'm in a great position right now. Having gone through the entire off-season program, training camp, and everything, having a full year, and a bit on my resume, being close to these guys helps a lot." The Cowboys will try to secure a win against the Houston Texans in Week 11. The statistical ineptitude of Cowboys QB Cooper Rush against the Eagles is unmatched since 2015. Cowboys quarterback Cooper Rush was statistically inept against the Philadelphia Eagles in a way no other player has matched against the team in recent history. Rush was abysmal in the Cowboys' 34-6 loss to Philadelphia at AT&T Stadium on Sunday, completing 13 of his 23 pass attempts for a mere 45 yards. He also didn't help himself on the ground, totaling 2 yards on 2 runs. To make matters worse, the Eagles are a team he used to play for. As noted by Fox Sports' Greg Allman, no NFL quarterback has averaged fewer than 2 yards per pass in 20 attempts or more since Peyton Manning did so, 35-20, in 2015. This same phenomenon happened twice with Dallas' Anthony Wright in 2000 before Manning reached that unwanted milestone. But beyond that, 30-year-old Rush closed a gap that no one else has bridged in 3 decades. Based on this alone, it doesn't look good as the Cowboys try to move forward this season with starting quarterback Dak Prescott sidelined for the rest of the season with a gruesome leg injury. Dallas called upon backup quarterback Trey Lance, previously a highly regarded NFL draft prospect, to take Rush's place in the third quarter. Only 3 minutes remained in the game at that point, with the Cowboys trailing the Eagles 28-6 when the switch was made. But it wasn't long before the team reinserted Rush in a move that left many puzzled. The Cowboys will try to get things back on track as they are now on a 4-game losing streak, facing the Houston Texans in the next round of the schedule in an all-Texas showdown. The two teams are set to kick off at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, November 18th at AT&T Stadium. Ceedee Lamb sends message to Jerry Jones after Cowboys loss to Eagles. Ceedee Lamb is calling it like he sees it after the Dallas Cowboys loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. Technically, he's calling it like he didn't see it because on Sunday, Lamb admitted that was the case. The Cowboys lost their 4th consecutive game and 2nd straight blowout loss in front of the home fan base. Sunday marked the first game of quarterback Dak Prescott's absence due to a hamstring injury, and following the 34-6 loss, there was a lot of brutal honesty from players, coaches, and owner Jerry Jones. One noteworthy comment came from Lamb, who appeared to completely miss a likely touchdown catch because the sun was in his eyes. The sun setting and being directly in the eyes of players at AT&T Stadium through one end of the field has been a popular topic over the past year or so. But on Sunday, it marked one of the few times we've seen it make such an impact that it likely cost the Cowboys points. Lamb confirmed that was the case, as Patrick Walker of the team's official website detailed. "I couldn't see the ball," Lamb said. "Couldn't see the ball at all. The sun." The star wide receiver stated he's 1,000% in favor of curtains. Lamb was then asked if he would tell Jones about his desire for curtains to block the sun. He made sure the point got across while stating that the media was doing that job for him, as Mike Leslie of WFAA revealed. "I mean, y'all are doing my job for me right now," Lamb said. The 25-year-old pass catcher has officially made his request to ownership known, so take note, Jerry. While Jones may view the sun as a benefit to the Cowboys since it's their home stadium and they can game plan the time that it'll be there, it's made no difference at all this season. The Cowboys are now 0-4 at home this season and have lost 3 of those games by 25 or more points. DeMarvion Overshown receives high praise after game against Eagles. There's a lot to analyze once again, as the Dallas Cowboys lost at home for the 5th consecutive time since their playoff defeat in January, this time to the Philadelphia Eagles. But it's also true that a beacon emerged in the defensive unit, and his name is DeMarvion Overshown. A total nightmare for Jalen Hurts throughout the first 2 quarters, with 2, almost 3, sacks and 9 tackles, the most on the team before halftime, a key reason why the Cowboys were still within striking distance at the start of the 3rd quarter. It was a breakout game for the former Texas Longhorn. "He's got a real warrior spirit," said All-Pro defender Micah Parsons, who returned to action after an ankle sprain that cost him most of the season up to this point. The unleashed Overshown combination worked masterfully with Parsons, who also logged 2 sacks on the day, both in the first half. So much so that the latter is now considering a role change in 2025. "I think, eventually, I might want to come back and play linebacker again just to play with him," Parsons said. "I love the energy he brings. He's so special. I don't want to call him a kid because he played like a grown man, but he's someone I hope